Hello, and thank you for tuning into our third instalment of Personal Finance for Millennials. Today I'm going to take you through a 5-minute guide to understanding your credit score. So just to be clear, this is not personalised advice, as I don't know your personal situation and I'm definitely not trying to sell you anything. I just want to leave a legacy to an industry that's supported me over my career and to a generation that has time to make small changes that will make their future brighter. So quite simply, it's a number that helps businesses decide if credit should be given and what those limits should be. The higher the score, the better your credit rating. If your score is low, companies may be reluctant to lend to you or maybe charge you a higher interest rate. Honestly, it's no more complicated than that. There are 3 credit bureaus in New Zealand, Centrex, Equifax and Leon. They give you a number. Equifax's range goes up to 1200, but for the purpose of today, I'll use Centrex for ratings. Your credit score is mostly based on your credit report information and usually includes the following: the length of credit history, how long have you had credit accounts, payment history, how often have you made payments on time, and how many, if any, were late payments, the amount of money owed, how large or small were the lending amounts, the types of credit, are the credit lines secured or unsecured, are any with utilities, i.e. power, phone, electricity, etc. Asking for credit, how recent was your latest line of credit opened and how many times have you asked for credit? Defaults, judgments and insolvencies. Do you have any on your credit report? How recent are they? The amount outstanding, etc. The better the information on your credit score, the more positive your credit score will be. If it looks like you have too much credit or starting to show signs of not being able to pay or pay on time, this can have an impact and lower your credit score, even though you might not have missed any of your repayments. So let's have a look at some tips in these challenging times. So let's start with what that number needs to be. You need to keep that score as high as possible. So just to give you an idea, if your score is 650 to 786, that's considered average and you'll be eligible for most standard credits. If your score is between 496 and just under 650, then you might get credit cards, loans and utilities, but they might come with some conditions. Paying your accounts on time is the best way to improve your track record and increase your score. You can review your credit report and settle any outstanding debts or unpaid bills. In these post-COVID-19 times, if you're going to have a problem making your payments on time, please don't put your head in the sand. Proactively reach out to them. I know how different the conversation will be if you're putting your hand up earlier versus them chasing you down. Many organisations have hardship pathways to help you when times are tough. You can get a copy of your credit report to check the information they have is correct information. If you think you've had your identity stolen, you can request to suppress that credit report. And if you do that, Centrex can do it for you and pass it on to the other 2 providers. So where to from here? The key is to pay your bills on time. I know this is hard, but try to work out a budget. Have a look at my earlier show for some tips to get you started, or log on to sorted.org.nz. Find out your credit score as well and make sure that it is correct for you. And talk to your credit providers. If you've lost your job, call the people that you have credit with and see how they can help you. If you want to talk to someone, Money Talks is a free budgeting service. So to summarise, my top tips in this post-COVID world: don't panic. Take back some control by reviewing your budget, consider the emergency fund and stick to your plan with your KiwiSaver. Any feedback would be great so I can be sure that I'm talking about things that are of interest to you. Thanks for tuning in and don't hesitate to reach me by email or direct message me on Instagram. Thanks.